Hi everybody, good evening. This is actually the very first time I've really done anything live like this, so you'll have to excuse me. Earlier when I went live, I showed everybody the eclipse. It was at its peak. I ended up blessing this amazing rose water. Go ahead and take the lid off of it. It's been sitting here in my nice stainless steel pot, so no plastic or anything has gotten into it to contaminate it. But it's just extremely fragrant. I know you guys can't smell it, but for those who do want some, I can do rose water by itself. I can add a little bit of witch hazel to it to make it into a nice toner for your face. I can do a custom Mama Roz order. I know that my site's been down for over a year and all that good junk, but this can be the base for any Mama Roz products you'd like. But you'll have to message me for that, and I'd have to do that. But I do have a little list of people who are going to be receiving some of the rose water that I made today. Let's see. So since the lunar eclipse is ongoing and that sort of thing, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight into witchcraft. So really with witchcraft, it's not so much as a Harry Potter sort of thing, but it's really using the power within yourself to manifest things that you would like to see. So one way that witches have been able to do that is through speaking. So to bless the rose water underneath the eclipse, or at its peak earlier, I wrote a short poem, and I pretty much used my energy and that sort of thing. I didn't want to fumble around with my book, and also fumble around with this stainless steel pot with the rose water in it. I didn't want to chance any of that. But I'll recite it for you guys since I am live. Or really just for you, Daniel Jordan Faircloth, if I can read it correctly with these contacts. But the little poem that I wrote that I made into a spell. As the moon overhead bleeds blood red, I bring forth rose water as fodder for beauty and health, and an abundance of sensual wealth to the skin of every person it touches. O Luna, with your mysterious energy, I ask you to be with thee as I bless this rose water to take on your divine beauty. So that's the little spell that I wrote for the rose water. And going back with some of my notes, the full moon is a time for casting spells that deal with the self. So beauty spells, health spells, protection spells, ward spells, those sort of things. It's not really, as much as I know a couple of my people on my friends list want to cast spells against others, save that for the new moon. That's a time to cast spells against others. What do you think the divine beauty is for you? Oh my goodness. Well, if we're talking about the divine beauty of the moon, I would have to say all of that beauty and the divinity of the moon comes from its gravitational pull and how much it has, how much power and weight it has when it comes to controlling things with its phases. A lot of women, they will have their cycles with the phases of the moon. The oceans and the tides. And really in a lot of cultures, not just in Western culture, but in Eastern culture as well, the moon is seen as something that's very beautiful and feminine, probably because of how dim the light is compared to the sun. And generally speaking, in a lot of cultures, women are seen as the kind of the fairer of the sexes, maybe the gentler of the sexes, and yeah, I guess there you go. There, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at rambling and that sort of thing. Ooh, I have notes that I'd written down in another notebook. I have lots and lots of notebooks. But the moon is in Leo right now. So some notes that I've written down. Not just the lunar eclipse, but anytime the moon is crossing through the constellation of Leo, it is a time to admit any fear of criticisms that you may have. And it is also a time to accept feedback and improvement. You caught my attention with witchcraft. Well, I mean, yeah. Witchcraft is one of those things that has just always mystified me. I remember when the Harry Potter series had first come out, I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. My mom got me the series, and you know, I just read it all in one sitting. And I went to my mom and I said, "Mom, like, I wish magic was real." And she said, "Oh, but it is." And I said, "What?" So my mom actually took me to the library. And then I went and we looked through books about white magic, black magic, green magic, you know, magic throughout different cultures. And after that, we went to the bookstore and I got to pick out, you know, the books that I had just fell in love with in the library. And since then, it's just kind of been like a staple in my life. Both of my parents are kind of oddballs. I mean, sometimes, a little pun intended, black sheeps of their family. But my mom has always been like really spooky. You know, she's a spooky kind of lady, and vampires, witches, zombies. So she's always been really supportive of me doing witchcraft and that sort of thing. It was never like a "you're going to hell" sort of thing. It was always like a "that's really cool." But my mom has always been like really cool, so she's the best. Hi Liz, I see that that you have come on here. I'm gonna show you real quickly the rose water that I've got. So it's steeped for hours and hours and hours. And I've got the crystals that I mined a couple months ago at that really cool place in Brevard. And so I'll be bottling that stuff up in the morning because it is late. It's past my bedtime. Hi. Well, if you guys are okay with me letting loose, I'm gonna fucking Let loose, let loose. What's it used for, FYI? Okay. Rose water is good for your face. So, it's a really gentle toner by itself. If you have oily skin and are prone to acne, I've got witch hazel that I can add to the rose water. And the spell that I made and used to bless the rose water with is a beauty spell. So I'm hoping that everybody that has this rose water and uses it on their face has clear skin. Oh, damn, this is so good. Oh man. Man, I wish I had like some more cool stuff to talk about. Kind of summed it up. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. Play some Minecraft. I think my husband is asleep, so I've got the whole TV to myself. But thank you guys for watching. Liz, go ahead and message me. I'll bottle up some stuff for you, and I'll get it sent your way. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.